This is Blacksite Transmission 001. Unauthorized minds only. I used to think the internet was the library of the gods. Now it feels like a carnival built on the ashes of the Library of Alexandria. Every proof promises enlightenment. Every prize is plastic. Still we queue, ticket in hand, smelling like train ghosts. The internet made everyone dumb except me. And even I'm starting to suspect I'm just the most eloquent fool in the circus. I scroll through brilliance compressed into captions, heartbreak edited into lips, and I wonder how much genius died to make it convenient. Once upon a modern screen, we were explorers. We typed into the void, unsure if anyone would answer. Now we refresh for proof we exist. Silence used to be mystery. Now it's a punishment, it seems. We traded awe for efficiency. We traded curiosity into currency. The feed became a feeding trough, and we learned to like the taste of repetition. I'm not angry at technology. I'm angry at how willingly we let it amputate our wonder. Attention was sacred once, now it's collateral. You don't lose your mind in one big explosion. You lease it out in 15-second intervals. They told us information is power, but nobody mentioned information overload as anesthesia. Some nights I stare at the screen and feel my neurons negotiating surrender. My brain whispers, please, one real thought. And my thumb says, after the next video. We are Pavlov's favorite experiment, except the bell rings every millisecond and we drool pixels. People don't dream anymore, they curate hallucinations. Every timeline is a museum of self-promotion with gift shop morals. You can tell who believes what, because they just believe in engagement. We call it discourse, but it really is demolition derby with feelings. I watched the world try to outsmart the algorithm, as if worshiping it by changing hashtags ever freed a soul. The machine doesn't care what you post. It only cares that you stay. It's the clingiest deity ever invented. Omniscient, ad-funded, and emotionally unavailable. I used to write because I wanted to understand people. Now I write to remind them they're still real. Scroll trap writing works because cadence is defiance. Rhythm refuses to be optimized. Every pause reclaims a breath that the feed tried to steal. When I break a sentence wrong, it's on purpose. When I repeat a line, it's a spell. Cadence it's how you trick the machine into hearing your heartbeat, I believe. That's what Blacksite literature is. Not rebellion for show, but rhythm. Rhythm as survival. Don't mind my musing. Musings of a deepened thought. Writing popper. Anyway, they told us to keep up with the times. No one said the times would sprint toward. Well, anyway. Now everyone speaks in fragments and reacts in emojis. And we measure sincerity in shares. We call oversharing bravery because privacy stopped trending. You ever notice how people announce their burnout with graphic design? Aesthetic exhaustion, color graded despair. We've made being unwell marketable. And you can monetize anything except silence. The average attention span is shorter than the delay of a live stream. And that means the present moment lags behind itself. Time travel? We live half a second in the past and somehow still think we're ahead. You know, the internet didn't steal intelligence. It diluted it until truth and trivia shared the same font. Wisdom got buried under reaction threads. Knowledge lost the will to compete with entertainment. It's not that people can't think, they just can't afford to focus. And that's by design. You can feel the decline if you stop scrolling long enough. The vertical. It isn't boredom. That vertigo is withdrawal. We detox our own dopamine like monks starving for silence. But at least monks found enlightenment. We find notifications. I tell myself I'm different, that I can swim in sludge without swallowing it, but here I am preaching into a webcam to strangers with glazed eyes, begging the void to blink back. Maybe I'm not immune. Maybe I'm just articulate about my infection. I call it Blacksite because it's the only word that feels honest, hidden, off-grid, unapproved. A place where ideas still bleed before they're packaged. I write like I'm carving sanity into the wall of a padded cell and people call it content. Sometimes I picture the algorithm as a bored god, billions of prayers every second, all saying, "Notice me." And the God answers with metrics. Not love, not meaning, just analytics. Like it's saying, your devotion is performing 5% better than yesterday. Perhaps, I don't know. We built this temple ourselves, I believe, though, pixel by pixel. We baptized our children in blue light. Now we complain that the sun feels fake. Maybe it's not the world that's unreal. Maybe it's us. We used to fear that machines would become human. Now I fear humans are becoming search results, predictable, indexed, and replaceable. Our individuality is just metadata with better posture. And yet, some part of me still believes in redemption. I've seen people use words like weapons of mercy. I've seen strangers remind each other they're alive. Every time someone pauses mid-scroll to fail, the system trembles. That's how we win. By remembering it hurts to be numb. Welcome, Valeria. I appreciate that. The smartest minds of our generation are building ways to keep you distracted. That's not cynicism, that's the job description. But somewhere in the static, real voices slip through. Writers, artists, anyone reckless enough to risk sincerity, they don't trend often, but when they do, it feels like sunlight breaking code. The internet made everyone dumb except me. And I'm not sure about me because I still crave the same poison. I refresh for validation that I claim to despise. I check numbers like confessionals. If awareness were cute, I'd be healed by now. Instead, I'm fluent in irony, starving for intimacy. But here's the part they don't tell you. The algorithm can't destroy meaning. It can only bury it under convenience. And if you dig, you'll find fossils of thoughts everywhere. We just forgot how to excavate. I write to teach remembering, not nostalgia per se, but remembering. Or rather, the act of remembering. Putting the pieces of a mind back together. Every sentence is a bone, every rhythm a pulse. When someone reads it and feels awake again, that's resurrection, not engagement for me, honestly. Well, you can't outsmart brain rot, but you can out-ritual it, turning scrolling into ceremony, turn words into resistance training, make every thought costly again. When I say everyone is dumb, I mean we've mistaken speed for depth. We think reacting fast equals understanding of something. We call it discourse. It's just reflex. Intelligence didn't vanish. It's trapped behind latency. I used to blame them, the users, the influencers, the system. Then I realized the system isn't a villain, it's a mirror. It reflects exactly how shallow we're willing to be for attention. And when you finally look long enough, you see yourself grinning back, thumbs twitching. Maybe awareness is the new rebellion. Not outrage, not irony, awareness. Because awareness can't be monetized, only experienced, and that terrifies the machine. I want to believe that we can still think slowly, that a human mind, unhurried, is still holy, that art made without agenda still matters, that a pause can be louder than a trend. So, here's my confession. I'm not trying to save you. I'm trying to remember what it's like to be, to feel unreachable, to have thoughts no algorithm could guess, to wake up and not immediately perform existing. Perform existing. That's a thing. Anyway, if you're listening, you probably feel it too. That low hum under your skull that whispers, stop scrolling. That ache when you realize every dopamine hit leaves a bruise. That faint, ridiculous hope that words might still matter. So hold on to that. It's the last thing left. The internet made everyone dumb except me. And I'm not sure about me. But the fact that I doubt it means there's still something here worth saving. Maybe. Maybe intelligence isn't knowledge anymore. Maybe it's endurance. The strength to stay conscious while everyone begs you to sleep. To think slowly in a world that profits from speed. To feel without posting about it. To exist without applause. If you can do that, even for a minute, you're already freer than most. Anyway, this is Blacksite Transmission 001. End of signal. Reboot your mind manually. And remember, silence was always the highest form of data.